All right, Caroline. So you have a pretty interesting dental path. You went from being a foreign trained dentist to an assistant in the U.S. to a hygienist, and now a hygiene coach and mentor. Can you just kind of walk us through your story, basically?
Sure. Well,
Yeah,
first, thank you for having me, Mark.
no problem.
It's very exciting for me. My first hangout, so I hope everything goes well.
Yeah, well,
Well, yes. I always want to go to dental school. I come from a family with 12 doctors, believe it or not.
yeah,
So dentistry is in my blood.
yeah.
And I did it. I went to dental school in Brazil. I graduated in 2001.
Hmm.
Worked 5 years there on my own practice.
Hmm.
And then I decided to see new things in the world. I was very young when I graduated.
Hmm.
And I was like, I always have the curiosity to live in another country and learn another language. And I came to America. I got here and I was like, okay, I need to find a way to come back to dentistry because I just can't live without it.
Right.
And I started as a dental assistant, what was extremely interesting for me because um, from being a doctor, I become someone that gotta follow what the doctors say. So it took me some courage and some humility to do it,
Right.
but I just love it. I learned a lot about technology, things that we don't have that much in Brazil,
Hmm.
and I learned how it works here in America, all the dental positions. Then, so after being a dentist for 5 years in Brazil, I worked as a dental assistant for 3 years in Chicago,
Yeah.
where I moved, and then after 3 years, I was like, okay, I want to give another step ahead. And I started working, studying towards my boards to take
Hmm.
my dental hygienist board.
Hmm.
And I got the board and I passed. And the first time, even English was my second language.
Yeah.
And since 2009, I've been working as a dental hygienist. So total 13 years in the dental field.
Uh, and you just started getting into mentoring and coaching. Is that something pretty new for you?
Yes, that's something that I started a couple months ago, even though that is something that's in my head. I have the project, I would say, years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I noticed that I've been in all positions in the dental office. So I've been a doctor, assistant, a hygienist, and I got a pretty good base where I was like, okay, I need to transfer the knowledge to other people too.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that a lot of the new grads don't have a lot of, how can I say, support after they leave school. So in school, yes, they go, they have their teachers, all the students and all the organizations from the during the school time. But then after, there's a little gap until by the time they leave school and the time they get a first job.
Yeah.
And I started helping hygienists here in Florida, where I live now.
Mm.
Even, oh, Carol, how you do that? Or how can I position myself better? And people that knew my experience. And I started to think, that can be something that I can help more people, not only the local hygienists here around Fort Lauderdale, my city. And all the coaching and mentoring starts. And now I've been blessed to being able to help more and more girls that go to
Yeah.
that, and guys
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Two guys. Yeah. I think yeah, because you go from school and you have a lot of hygiene students around you, and then you go to your first office and it's typically like one hygienist, two hygienists. If you're
Right,
lucky, you have two hygienists.
exactly.
So you feel kind of alone because you don't have anybody to bounce
Yes,
ideas off a lot. So yeah.
yes, I noticed that. And in my case, for example, I would say that I was blessed to my first job here. I had someone that I could follow and ask questions, but it's not always like that.
Right.
And I noticed also that I'm not shy at all. So I used to really, before taking my board, knock doctor's door and say, hey, I'm having problem with digital X-ray. do you think your hygienist could help me or could shadow your hygienist for one day? But it's not everybody that has that personality.
Right.
And I'm here for that, to help people, to help hygienists that are without any support, to make themselves mature faster, you know, and become a professional faster.
Yeah. And since, Karoline, since you have been in all those positions, I wanted to get to, the insights you have for each, from the assistant, what hygienists can learn from that as a doctor,
Yes.
But before I touch on that, because I'm pretty interested personally, how's dentistry in Brazil just overall, like, how is it different, would you say?
Yeah, Brazil is the second country in the world besides America that has more dentists. Just America is number one and Brazil is the second. Our dentistry is amazing, is extremely good. I would say we don't miss in anything what I see here as far as procedures and far as knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes, there's one thing that sets us apart is the technology. Definitely here in America, we have access to technology very, very easy. For example, in Brazil, we don't have a CEREC machine or even laser or materials to make a temp very fast. In Brazil, it's still, everything from scratch. So that helps me a lot because I would say I learned in the hard way.
Right.
And because we don't have a lot of those tools, and also we don't have a lot of financial, how can I say, access to a lot of money to build their big practice. Sometimes you're a dentist and you are your own assistant, So it's kind of, I learned a lot to improvise. Oh, there's not the material, that's okay, we're gonna do each other. So I think that's gave me a pretty good base on how move forward. And I think a lot of doctors that I work, they say, wow, looks like you never get outside, like you never, nothing break you, even if there's not the material or that thing. I said, in Brazil, you got to improvise. But our dentistry is very good.
Yeah, and how different is dental hygiene in Brazil? Do you guys have a lot of hygienists there?
No. Like a lot of countries, we don't actually. We learn in dental school. We learn everything that you guys learn as a hygienist. We learn is part of our dental degree. Our dental, in our dental school, we learn everything that to be our own hygienist.
Right.
So right now, you gotta remember that I left Brazil in 2005. So right now, I know that start to be more consistent the hygienist role there, but at my time when I was there, didn't have a pretty solid dental hygienist as a profession. So we, the doctor, used to do our own cleanings, our own SRPs, which is great for me because I could see by the eyes of the doctor how what they think about periodontal disease, and now in America I can see by the eyes of the hygienist.
Yeah. Very good. So, Karoline, so let's get into the insights you learn from each position. What can a hygienist learn? Or how do I say it? Like things that you learn that maybe hygienists don't know from the dentist perspective, maybe something like that.
Okay. Yes, that's I think is one of those things that now that I'm coaching and mentoring girls, is one of those things that I always tell them. We are professionals, hygienists. We gotta bring our value to the table. Definitely be more empowered. But we need to remember that we work with a doctor, and that doctor needs us to help run the business. As a dentist in Brazil, I learned that no matter what, I need to pay my rent. No matter what, I need to pay my front desk. No matter what, I need to buy the materials. So that gave me an idea to see a hygienist not only to do the clinical part, but also administrator also. So that gave me a pretty good base to be more entrepreneur. Is that what I want to put in the heads of the hygienists, what I would like to be able to teach them, because while we keep thinking a hygienist only as a part of the team, we're not going to be able to stand out. We need see ourselves as an entrepreneur. For me, it's easy to see that because of my dental background as a doctor.
Right, right. And it seems like maybe, especially like young hygienists coming out of school, maybe they're kind of intimidated by the doctor because they obviously have more education and all that.
Yes, this is something that is kind of sad sometimes. I'm in several dental communities online, and I see hygienists that like, oh my God, I don't have a break. I cannot go to the bathroom. I cannot eat. And like I tell them, you gotta value yourself. You gotta really take ownership from your profession and do good, get knowledge, study, read, go to blogs, like make sure that you have the knowledge so you can have how to talk with the doctor. Like if you're in the same position as him, like you can say to him, look, I know that I need a break. I know that is here and I need you for performance good. I need to have the time for myself. So I see a lot of young girls that leave school lost, and because that I'm here to fill that gap, and I want to walk with them and tell them that they are valuable. They finish school, they are just new grads, but they are valuable, they are prepared, and if they struggle in some parts, some areas, I'm here to help them.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing too, Karoline, that I think is pretty common out there with hygienists is they don't have like the business side of things on their minds. And I know a lot of dentists would love to have the hygienist focus on the business and to be, motivated to help the business side of things and be aware of it and be aware of the stresses that the dentist has.
Cool. Yeah. I noticed that and it's funny because for me, I think because I have the dental as a doctor, my background, I feel that for me, they go together. There's no dental hygienist without knowing the business part, or there's no hygienist without being an entrepreneur. And I feel that there's a lot of hygienists that don't want to focus on that. But for us to be able to say, look, you gotta respect me. We need to know about the business side. And yes, we need to pay attention to things, for example, material. Why we're gonna waste material? Oh, because we don't pay? No.
Right.
Better the doctor will be, better I will be also. Yeah. And also, be mindful about, yes, let me look at the patient and let me the patient don't leave this chair with a crown, with an open margin, or with a broke feeling. It's not just because I want find work for the doctor. It's not that, but because you're doing a favor to the patients also. You're not being negligent. Mm-hmm. So once you think about a business, a dental office as a whole business, is not just your room and your hygiene department. I think doctor respect you more and things get better for our profession.
And from your time as an assistant, what insights do you have there that from hygienists can learn?
Yeah, well, assistant was a pretty fun time in my life. I see that assistant I think it's the hardest job ever. They work extremely hard. They always a step ahead from the doctor. They need to know, okay, now he's gonna need this or he gonna say that. And assistant needs to run from room to room, and like or not, the doctor, they're there facing the doctor during 6-8 hours of work. Mm-hmm. I learned, I think, to be fast as being an assistant brought me this. And they think I step ahead, think like, okay, what the doctor wants and what the doctors want to communicate to the patient as well. Because once the doctor leaves the room, the patient turns towards you and say, hey, I didn't understand what he means by I need a crown. So you need to know in easy and simple words how to explain to the patient what the doctor just said. So I think assistants, they should be value more. I think it's a profession where they should get a better pay, and they should have more, be more in power of their profession because they work hard, and it's amazing. Without them, we can really not do too much.
And my thought too is a lot of hygienists, they want respect from the doctor as a co-professional,
Right.
but some of those hygienists don't, treat assistants the same way. They should
Yeah.
just treat them the same way as co-professionals and respect what they do.
Yeah, that's about the queen bee, right? They call
Right.
us a hygienist, queen bee, and it's I really don't agree with that. I think your best friend in the office is gonna be assistant
Hmm.
that can help you, and you should help her too.
Yeah.
At least I am part time, also clinical hygienist, and I will
Yeah.
tell you if I have a time off without a patient, I am packing instruments. I am
Hmm.
offering myself, hey, do you need my help? Can I help with this? I go pour models. I go take impressions. I
Hmm.
think that is how your mindset should be. The business is not just you. And yes, you like or not, it is a business. You
Yeah.
need to think about the assistant and think about the doctor. And I am happy that I made several friendships and have assistants, not only my heart, but also as
Hmm.
as something extremely important. And we
Yeah.
are all in the same boat. So
Right. Yeah.
we should respect each other as a
Yeah.
professional.
Especially if you're doing the hygiene assist model where you have hygienists with assistant and you're working out of two rooms. I mean,
Yes.
having a good assistant in that kind of model is so important,
It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome because you can, she can go and review medical history when you with the doctor doing exam. Is have someone that you can trust is very good, and the trust just come if you have a mutual respect for different team members in the
Mhm.
dental industry.
Yeah. All right, Caroline, I'm going to ask you a basic question because some people might not even know, like what is a dental hygiene mentor coach? People know the word mentor coach, but like, what is that exactly? Yeah.
Yes. Well, a coach is not different than any other coach.
Right.
For example, if you have a son and you want to they be a great basketball player, you may hire a private coach for them. What
Mhm.
the coach does and what a dental coach do is I see the girls and I'm like, I look at their skills. I said, okay, what you bring to the table already? Okay, see the skills. And then I can see where there's a lack of skills in some areas. Also, I can walk with them, making sure they become a professional, mature hygienist fast than if they go and doing their own.
Right.
I gotta tell you that I did my own, and it's possible. Don't take me wrong. You can go Google and read magazines, but I will say to you that if you have someone to walk with you, to coach you, to help with your actions, uh, faster you're gonna get results.
Hmm.
So I think a coach focus on the actions and the results. A mentor is a little different. A mentor is more tied to a mindset.
Yeah.
I believe that a lot of girls believe, Mark, they call me and say, look, I have an interview Monday. I'm so nervous. What I should do? And then I ask them, why are you nervous? Is because there's a skill that you don't have? I don't know. I'm just nervous. So a
Yeah.
mentor is the one that's gonna really work with them, see where their mind it is, and really like give them uh, a positive encouragement and
Hmm.
make them feel better about themselves, and also give some. I think a mentor gives those little tips how to answer questions during the interview,
Hmm.
and knowing that they don't need to know everything,
Right.
but a mentor will give them the clarity they need. I believe that this is very important. A clarity, how should be their attitude also.
Hmm.
Yes. So
Yeah.
basically, a mentor, in my opinion, is clarity, focus, and attitude.
Hmm.
So they help in those areas.
Yeah, and I think that the whole thing of coaching and mentoring has become kind of popular like the last 5, 10 years. Because if you asked somebody or say somebody 20 years ago said I hired a coach, they would think you were hiring a coach for a baseball team or something.
Right, right.
Whereas
Yes.
whereas today it's more like life coach, career coach. There's a lot of that going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have, if you see that your child has a good skills on basketball, and you like, I'm gonna hire a coach for him,
Hmm.
or like you said, a professional coach, just help you to don't go through the hard times so frequently. Can
Hmm.
help you to go faster to your goal, help you to succeed faster.
Yeah. And can you distinguish between like individual coaching as opposed to like if you're going into a practice and you're doing coaching for like either the hygiene department or just the whole practice in general?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference, definitely. I believe that we have become so popular that consultants, dental consultants, and they are great. Are people that I follow. There's people that inspire me to become a coach. But the difference is everybody has their own agenda, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe when you coach for a practice, you're coaching for the doctor agenda, what doctor want. Yes, could benefit, could be better for the dental hygienist, could be better for the assistant, but in the end, you are doing what is the best by the eyes of the doctor. So you inside the practice, making sure that the department of hygiene become more profitable, that your assistants help more with patient education, but it's based on the agenda of the doctor. Right. When you have an individual, personal coach, is based on your agenda, what you struggle with, what skills you would like to improve. And I believe that's something, it's like a personal trainer. Instead you go to the gym, right. You have your own personal trainer that's gonna work with you where you struggle.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So what are some of the common things that hygienists, new or veterans, struggle with in practice? What are some of the things they typically have questions about or problems with?
Yeah, I think there's 4 main areas I see. One, position themselves as a respectful and mature professional. Position themselves in the marketplace. I think that is first one. Mm-hmm. Another thing that I see they struggle is with communication. Communication with the team. Like we were saying a couple minutes ago, how to deal with the assistant, how communicate with your manager, and especially with your doctor. I see that they have a lot of questions for me. They come to me for help. I want to implement a periodontal protocol in my office, but I don't know how to say that to the doctor, or the doctor don't give me the freedom to speak. So number 3 will be a communication with the patient. There's amazing hygienists. We are so blessed in that profession, but sometimes we don't know how to take from our mind all the knowledge that we have to speak with the patient in the way the patient will understand, the way that the patient will accept more treatment plan. So that's, I think, is the other point they struggle. And the 4th point is the clinical skills. So they tell me, look, how can I probe faster, or how I have only 40 minutes, how can I do a SRP or do a Profi? Yeah. So working their clinical skills as well.
Very good. So what services do you currently offer, Karoline, for hygienists?
First thing, what I'm here to position themselves. I wanted to help them position themselves in the marketplace. I want they feel their value and how much they study and they put this to practice. Mm-hmm. I offer one-by-one coach where girls call me and we have a conversation and I help them. Sometimes they even want me to speak with their doctor about the problems they are facing, or any clinical problems they have, they contact me for. And I'm in a process to develop my my classes where we're gonna have webinars and also informations like interviews like you're doing, and other, how can I say, anything that you bring them to develop their profession to become more mature. I want to really help them so they don't need to go through all the difficult times that I went through. I want to have materials that they can read, publishing articles, and help them one by one, one-on-one, so they can improve in their career.
Mm-hmm. So are you currently developing a website, Karoline?
Yes, they can contact me. I don't know if you have the website there. It's Karoline with K, Biami, BIAMIRGA.com. Mm-hmm. And that's my home base where I'm going to post the articles. I'm going to give them tips and tricks too, so how they can be a better hygienist. Also, they can go to my website and they can sign up, and we're going to have newsletters And as soon as all materials and all the classes starting getting ready, they're going to be receiving email knowing that they can participate in.
Yeah, I'll put your information, Karoline, on the blog post and on the video, like on the bottom.
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah. That should be perfect. Yeah.
All right. So, do you have any last thoughts, Karoline, you want to throw out there?
Yes, I do. I want to tell the hygienists that if I was able to make it, and I came from another country, I have an accent, as you can notice.
I didn't notice.
Right? I came from another country. My first language is Portuguese. I learned English with 25 years old. And I will say to you that I was able to make it, and I can call myself a success professional. There's nothing that can stop the hygienists. I will say to them that we need, yes, have more self-esteem. We need believe more in ourselves, and we need knowing that we work with the doctor, not for the doctor. Yeah. We are in the same level as them, and we are capable to co-diagnose. We are capable, in my opinion, to diagnose, and we are capable. Yes, we are capable to make a difference in the life of our patients, and yes, make a difference also in the practice that we work. And I want to help the girls, and anyone that would like talking to me, it will be a pleasure. And I'll say, let's keep our heads high and keep moving forward.
All right. Very good, Karoline. Thank you. I will have this uploaded in a few weeks, and I'll let you know. I'll email the link and all that for you.
Okay, I appreciate it. It was fun. I was very nervous, but it was really fun.
Yeah, it's very good, Karoline.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Maybe down the road we can do something else too. Like in a year or something, we'll come back and talk about something else. So.
Yes, definitely. And as soon as I have my website and everything together, we are thinking maybe make like a couple, join different professionals like you and some. I think Doug also from Get Hired.
Yes.
So. Different people that are starting, and we can maybe make a webinar together and do things to shake the market.
Right, very good. Awesome.
Okay.
All right,
so Carol. Have a good day. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye, City.
Bye.